Jim, welcome to this week's episode of the Fantasy Top Deck Building Series. I'm your host, Carpenter of Web3. Alongside me, as always, Big Brain Frog HK. HK, how are you?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. A slightly different timing this week. But yeah, no, I think I prefer this actually. It's a bit more, I don't really do much on a Friday evening. So yeah, no, looking forward to it. Good to have Makesy on and yeah, no, looking forward to it. How's it going, Makesy?
Pretty good. Excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, we're definitely excited to have you on. I know you've been a guest that we've wanted on. I know you've came on the Fantasy Hour a bunch in the past, but that's kind of like more generalized. But it's nice to actually be like get you here and kind of be able to just really dig in and pick your brain. Um, but yeah, and especially this week too, right? There's been a bunch of stuff that's to unpack a little bit. So, HK, do you want to kind of touch on that real quick, and then we'll, um, you know, anything Makes he wants to touch on, he can touch on as well.
Yeah, I guess we've had five new heroes, right? Join this week. So I did post like a thread earlier, which kind of gives you like a rough indication of who's going to score the best out of all five. But no, it makes it interesting. I know the is it Tony? Tony's a solid hero, right? With his I think he has like 33K followers, and he tends to like get a solid post in every few days. So yeah, he's a good one. Serpent is a definitely one of the ones I'm looking forward to seeing how he does, right? And then you've got legendary Sami, Mary, and I think one thing with all the heroes, right? They're going to be consistent. Regardless of where they score, I think you can expect them to score every tournament, right? So yeah, it's going to be good. I think the main thing that's going to happen, the main story for next week is Ansem being a one star, and he just posted
Oh,
today. So that's
I'm
like
so mad that I got rid of
that
mine.
that's going to be pretty insane. So I feel you're going to see some records broken in the Star Cap leagues, right? At least. And yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good. It's the first tournament of the next new season. Yeah, it's going to be good. And obviously, we've got Makesy as a one star, so he's a must play in your deck, right? So
Yeah, he's
yeah,
still going to be the best one star.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
has to be because he's the one star I have.
yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. If DB posts or Anthem posts, then it's
Wait,
over for the Makesy decks unless they're
they're
unless
combined.
I'm the second or third ranked one star in the deck.
Yeah, because I'm pairing you with DB, I think. And well, no, now that HK told me that Ansem's back, like right in the green room right before you showed up, because I was planning on going into silver. I was trying to go one or two decks hard into silver, but with Ansem, I think I'm just gonna farm this week because yeah, I can't
Yeah,
believe I got rid of my
look,
Ansem.
I don't have any Anthems. It's terrible. I mean, I've minted multiple thousands of cards and never gotten an Anthem somehow. So it's
Well, I
Wow,
pulled
unfortunate.
one.
not one.
Um,
Yeah,
Wow.
are you good if I pull your screen up on stage?
yeah. Go ahead.
All right, perfect. There we go. All right, and then that way I can play with this a little bit too and make it fit right. But yeah, so we're sharing Makesy screen here. But yeah, see that's crazy because I haven't minted clear nearly as many cards as you, but I've gotten quite a few ICOBs. I think three now, and then I finally got my
Mhm.
first Ansem, the first pack, first shiny pack of V3, and luckily I was recording it too.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was the only one I ever got, and then my dumb butt sold it. I did sell it at the high for the time, but I have a feeling these one stars are going to break his record for high sales.
Yep.
So what
Yeah.
Makesy you've
So
got?
the
Gone.
Go ahead, Makes.
yeah the buy button was not working earlier on the cards I was trying to buy.
Mhm.
Um, so I think they might have fixed it, but
It
uh,
seems to be fixed.
I might
Yeah.
make a few purchases here. I'm not going to enter my two factor on the screen though, so I'll do it from mobile if I do.
Yep, no problem. Oh, so you
Nice.
have it to where you do two factor for buys too. That's smart.
Yeah.
So every buy you have to do that.
No, it's just the
Oh, for the first time, yeah.
two factor, it authenticates for like 15,
Oh yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
Oh nice, yeah. See,
for
clearly I don't have mine
signatures.
set up like that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I should. Especially with my kids running around here, but
Yeah. Privy is awesome.
yes, I like Privy a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the
Makes it
only reason
just
my wife onboarded to Fantasy is because of Privy.
makes it
Mm-hmm.
definitely makes it a lot easier.
It's huge. It really just you can't overemphasize the importance of like friction in the early steps of the onboarding flow.
Absolutely.
It's just it makes a huge difference in terms of like your growth. So yeah, you just convert a much higher rate if you really optimize that stuff. And Privy just makes it so much easier, for people who aren't in crypto. So, and that's kind of the target audience that we'd like to see fantasy grow to, right?
Absolutely.
Bigger TAM.
Yeah, no, definitely. So Makesy, do you know last week in the tournaments, how did you do? Because I saw your deck in like the top 10 of silver, I think, at one point. Was it? Did
Yeah,
you?
it was a midweek for me. I was out of town last week and last weekend, so I didn't have as much time to put into building my deck. So I think usually I enter like 70 to 80 decks. And I think I only entered like 40 last time. But, it's like you get most of your earnings from, a small number of decks anyway. So it's like, yeah, you can see how many decks I've entered here. I did 42 last week, 67 the week before, but, my ETH earnings were about the same, about 20%
Nice.
lower, on the frags, and then, more
Was
than
there a
that
reason?
down on.
Was it like a time thing or just like you?
Yeah, just a time thing. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if it was
I mean,
strategy or
yeah,
something.
because I can just go through and like use the auto deck builder, but after a certain point, the decks just become garbage, and yeah. So I basically did that until I thought the decks were becoming garbage, and then I just stopped.
You said until the deck became garbage. That's
Yeah.
yeah. See, I don't know what that feels like because I have only put in like 16. Like, but I have, like,
Yeah.
so with you getting so many cards, do you do a lot of like, do you still like? I know for a while there you said you were just selling your stuff. That's when I started, like, my port started growing as I stopped burning and started selling the cards. I just list
Hmm.
them and let them sell.
Right.
Are you doing that still? Or are you burning them? Or are you holding them
I'm not. I'm
currently?
burning because it's very hard to get up to like the high quality cards to compete for ETH and stuff. And you can tell like I don't do a very good job of competing for ETH. I mostly compete for frags. Yeah, I've been burning a lot more, and also just the big discounts on like the higher rarity cards, and much lower floor price on comments and stuff now. Yeah, so I burn a lot more now. But when floor prices were higher, I was selling a lot more, and I would just like I would buy mid cards. But I'm burning more now. So my portfolio value has been like very flat in ETH, but I've been kind of like upgrading the cards. I think it's about like break even. The burns if you do enough of them. I don't think it's very
Yeah.
negative EV or positive EV. But it is hard it's just hard to get like good cards because there aren't many sellers. The people that have the high value cards are more diamond handed, so yeah. But yeah, this has been a big problem for me, is like managing the inventory. I always try to like grind down. I get up to like 1,000 cards, and then I try to grind it down to higher quality, smaller number of cards. But it's really hard because I wind up burning everything that's a floor, but then I wind up getting to the point where I have a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I just can't bring myself to like burn it
Yeah.
because they might come back or whatever, but then they're not
Yeah.
playable in decks. So I
Ah.
just have like all these cards like that. Like Evan Van Ness, I can't really bring myself to burn him yet, but like
I have.
eventually I
I
probably
burned
will.
him.
Yeah, yeah, or
Um,
like Nodder,
Epic.
Taiki. Some of these are burnable, and I only have like one or two from like rewards this week. But like Sinners, I've started burning, but like QW, I won't burn him
Yeah, I
Yeah.
won't
yet.
burn him either.
Nodder, I'm not sure about.
I like
Zeneca
his
is one of those
concept.
fringe ones for me. Nani is a fringe one for me. I think a lot of people burn her.
I burn.
Jay is fringe. Imran is fringe, but he's probably burnable. Apex fringe.
Yeah.
You
I
get to
can't burn
that like
Apex.
you get to that level where it's like they're not really playable consistently, and so then I had if I
Yeah.
enter 70 decks, I'm entering 350 cards. I'm not using a majority of my cards somehow. So it's like I really need to consolidate somehow, but it takes a lot of time. So what I was doing with rewards is I was going for sapphire packs just to get less cards, but then I
Yeah.
started doing the jade again just because Otto convinced me that it was probably better to
Better
reduce
hit
the
rates.
variance of the draws and stuff. But then you just need to spend more time managing decks, and he's just on the site clicking all day. So I don't really want to do that. I
Yeah.
would I would pay for management at this point. If there was a good way of doing that, I would pay someone a percentage of rewards. I'm sure someone could consolidate and or just like manage the inventory better than what I do.
Yeah. It's
Who's
definitely
building
hard when you
meta?
get. Yeah, exactly right. It's definitely hard when you get to that many cards. I'm I'm not even at that 1000 level. I hit 350 and then I always get back down to 280, like 70 cards
Yeah,
I literally draw down, right?
yeah.
And I've actually done what Makesy does as well. Like I don't even sell my cards now. So whenever I get packs, I just burn until I hit like, let's say I get, let's say I usually get like 4000 frags, right? I end up like burning and up until the point where I end up with like 6 to 7 good cards, right? After burning. So in my head, I think, I'd rather do that than try selling. And even then, even after you sell, it's like Makesy said, I think nowadays there's very less, the top cards is very hard to get anyways, just because of the lack of listings and obviously the price, right? So I think, if you burn enough every week and you get like 4000 frags, you're going to get one or two good cards eventually, right? Unless your luck is very bad. But yeah, I can't imagine how hard it would be to put them that many decks. Insane.
What is your so a lot of people so a lot of people we have on this show, like especially if they're kind of like newer. So when we kind of like, and they don't want to play a whole lot or whatever. They just kind of want to do it like
Hmm.
passively. So or we kind of like they have a similar thing to us, right? They start at silver and then they do farming decks. What is your process and like of building decks, and where do you start? Like what league do you start in?
Yeah. So I mainly farm silver and gold. That's kind of like because I've taken a strategy of like from the beginning I've tried to like buy undervalued what I think are undervalued mids, and just kind of like upgrade them and just build large inventories of them over time. Um, I can't can't really compete. Like I don't like upgrading beyond epic, getting to legendary, just because there's so much less flexibility. And if you do that, you want to compete for like the ETH prizes. So you want to be like top 50 in the elite league. And for that, it's just like the cards are so expensive. So that's why I've been burning more, like hoping to get, cards that, could compete for ETH more in elite and gold. But, my initial strategy was just to buy undervalued mids and like farm as much like fan and fragments as possible. So I was going for more like volume over quality, more quantity over quality in terms of cards and deck entries and stuff. But it's making my life a little harder now. I usually start with gold or silver. And put in my best, what I think would be my best deck, based on, I start with the low cards. So I put myself in all these decks, so I start off like I will go down to the bottom and like look for the cards that I think are low, like are going to outperform their star rating. So I have just a ton of my own commons that I've just bought over time. And so I start with that. And well, I always rotate, or I try to rotate. So like I already used all my common DBs.
All right, got it.
Yeah, I try to do the for the lower stars. For the less common or the less rare cards, I'll try to do like the ones that I think are super undervalued. So I'll do like myself and DB, or myself and Taiki. I'll do him. But this week it's like, then you need 21 stars. So you need like 3 extremely good rares. And so like I run out of the top end. Cards, right? And so then it's like you don't even fill it up. You can't fill it up if you have like multiple good 1 stars. So anyway, that's kind of where we are this week. But I'll start with like those, and then I'll fill in the best cards that I can put in from the higher rarity, just because like the multiple is going to have more of an effect on like the highest scores. So so that's what I do for the initial decks. I do them by hand based on what I think is going to be more is going to outperform. And then I just kind of like start doing the auto deck builder and just kind of substitute out cards I don't like. So like now, like here I have Taiki. So I might just start with myself, and then I'll do the auto thing. And I don't really like Sirius because he's not very consistent. And Cat has been very good lately, but he can be inconsistent too. So I usually take him out.
ICO made a legendary on a couple weeks ago on a stream with it of the Cat.
What's that?
ICO made a legendary version of the Cat on our stream.
That's a good. I mean, depending on how expensive the cards were, that's a good legendary to do. I want to field one good legendary deck that can compete weekly for ETH, but I'm just not there yet, and I know it'll be very expensive. So I'm trying to do it with burns and stuff. I went crazy with burns last week to accumulate Lawrence and K and V. So I have enough to get legendaries of both of them now, if I want to. Nice. But again, it's just upgrading to legendary. There's no going back, and it's a big risk. It's a big risk, and you're taking a discount. Like you're never going to be liquid on that again, pretty much. So it's just like you need to farm it until you recoup your principal or something like that. So that's the idea with the legendaries, I think.
Yeah, no. I've obviously since becoming a hero, I've got my soulbound as well, and I'm always thinking like, do I upgrade to epics at least to then get top 100 in elite, because it's worth it, right? Because you get ETH,
Mm-hmm.
you get frags, and
Yeah.
you get the most fan points in elite as well, right? So
Mm.
well, just yesterday I actually upgraded. Sorry, I got John Wang epic, and
Mm-hmm.
straight
Yeah.
away he came top 10, right? Now
Yeah.
we'll touch on what you did with your John Wang epics, right?
Oh my
But
God.
but
How many did
then
I burn? I mean, like,
Well, you
yeah
is there any way I can
burned
see
John
that? Oh
Wayne.
my God. I burnt so many because I accumulated a ton of him because I was like, this was like, when he was doing his startup, and I knew it was like super high potential, like poster from Friend Tech. He can go crazy viral. He's really
Yeah.
good at creating like long form content. And so he's super high potential when he's locked in. So I accumulate, and he was selling for like floor. So I accumulated a ton of him, but I mean, he just went dark for so long. It's like, um, it was like, almost a year of just like,
yeah
1 star. So it's like, I can't justify, carrying him anymore. So I was just like, I burnt everything, but I think I had like, I might have burnt like 3 epics, and like I might have sold a couple, but and maybe like 10 rares, I would guess, and like 20 like just a ton, because I had accumulated a lot of him. But that's part of the fun. It's like it's just so unpredictable how people fall out and like
yeah
crash out and come back and get their accounts back. It's just there's so many variables, and the volatility week to week in terms of who's like relevant to the meta, who isn't. It's so much fun, but man, yeah, that was this is max
one
pain
com.
because I knew he was good, but yeah, ignore the bid here.
If you look at his 24-hour chart, it's like he's just hitting 600 pretty easily as well now. So it's like,
He is.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just
it's just insane. He was just completely unplayable, I mean, forever. And then, but I accumulated his cards. I knew he was like high potential, but it's like, yeah. And now he finally locked in. And it makes sense for him too. I mean, if he's not like building something, it's like he seems to get a lot of advisor opportunities and stuff from
yeah
thought leadership. So I was like, it makes sense for him to post more and lock in, and at some point he will do it. And those are the types of plays I like to look for too, is stuff
yeah
like you can see them like consistently like owning a meta that's going to be high virality in the future, right? And he's
yeah
very versatile. He can speak to a lot of different things. So anyway, it's just a
yeah.
massive cope now for me. So I've got one comment. It's horrible.
That's where I'm at with him.
Yeah.
And also, he's you want to share the news HK real quick since it's
Yeah, so
relevant?
Makesy, he's coming on our deck building stream next week on Saturday. So
Yeah, of course.
if he turns around and says, he might just turn around and say, yeah, don't expect me to be active, but the
Yeah,
counters, he might
yeah, that would be interesting.
he might actually just turn around and say, well, expect some good scores from me now, because
The
yeah,
thing is, he has said that before, and I've used that as a buy signal. But it's like I always got burnt by that. So
yeah,
yeah,
never trust
I
a
don't
hero,
put much
right?
stock in it anymore. Yeah, he
Yeah.
can disappear, So yeah, I don't know. I don't know who to compare him to exactly. There are some people that will just like
I kind of
lock
compare him
their
to a
accounts.
Vo, because Vo was
No,
really
not.
kind of there for
Yeah,
a little
that's a good
bit.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
Yeah,
good
those
point.
Vo was
That's a good
down
point.
in the dumps for a while. Like not dumps, but she just wasn't posting a whole lot. But she had the potential, right? And then when she finally like took off, because when she would post like off tournaments and just post like when she kind of locked in a little bit, like over the weekends or whatever, when she wasn't working, her post would do well. But then when she finally
Right.
had the freedom to post, she took off.
Exactly.
You know.
That's a really good point. but I don't think John was one where he had a lot of like job responsibilities or anything. I feel like he's been a free agent, so he was free to post, I think,
Yeah.
but just wasn't doing it.
Oh,
So, yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I always like discount people that have like a large amount of like corporate responsibility, because they have to split their attention between like the corporate entity and exposure and the their personal account exposure. I
Yeah.
guess Alon would be like an exception to that, and you do see more like founder led personal account marketing now, but for most people, it's like they kind of need to, like show up at work and like, put more effort into like the corporate stuff than, than their personal stuff. That's just started to change a little bit. I mean, Brett does a pretty good job of managing
Yeah.
that, but I mean, he was also performing better when he was like a free agent, right?
yeah.
And spent more
He's
time on
been
this.
at
I mean, you
Yeah.
have meetings,
Mafia things.
and all sorts of stuff. So it's like I like the free agents that are just like really addicted to posting. I like Guard a lot. Guard is kind of like that to me. He's one of
You just
those.
made some of the listeners' days
Yeah.
saying that name. They love when we talk about Gort for some reason.
Guard, it is the best. He's the best. I
Quite.
mean, just consistent, but like has some volatility, so you can get him on some underrated weeks. Volatility is underrated, but you want consistent
It is. Yeah.
volatility where it's like, they
Yeah.
won't miss too many weeks in a row. You can afford some misses, but it's like if you just always miss, like you're just screwed. Like Hugo is another great one. I really like his like profile,
Yeah.
his volatility profile. I have no problem, playing him every week, and he has some crappy weeks, but he usually posts. He usually doesn't blank. You don't want to blank, but
Yeah. Intern's
yeah,
another one.
yeah, and those guys are just like naturals. Like there are a few people that are just like kind of the quality of their content is just like above and beyond. Like you can't really replicate like the skill that they have in terms of like going viral and saying funny shit or being relevant. Like I think Vo is like that. Hugo, Intern, I like them because it's like they just have like it's clear they have natural talent for shit posting, so they have high ceiling if they're when they do post, and that's what you want. And volatility doesn't really scare me, so I like to have some DB, but I don't like everybody to be volatile. I like to put it
Yeah.
have the consistent cards and then mix them with the volatile one, especially in the weeks they're kind of like they're likely going to outperform.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What are
You
your
know.
thoughts on Jez? Because Jez is he's always been one of my favorite, like, consistent style heroes. Him and Bandit. But, like, Jez, I feel like is still underrated.
Jez, it probably is underrated, but I just haven't paid much attention to him. He doesn't pop up quite as much in my feed, and I feel like his content is a little bit more straight laced. But he has performed well.
Pretty well.
Maybe I'm wrong about that, but yeah, he has been consistent,
Wow.
for a
That's pretty
while
good.
now. Yeah, so yeah, I think he's underrated probably, but
Yeah.
he was one of
I've
those
been
where like
accumulating him.
I did really poorly with this card. I felt like I couldn't predict it. I can predict, the cards I follow and that pop up a lot that I have context about. I feel more confident about like being able to manage them in the decks. And the stuff that like the people that I don't really see as much of or follow, it's like I prefer to sell them. Like a lot of the traders, I don't follow them. Like Chartist, I sell them because it's just like I don't follow them enough to be able to like predict their performance. Rectober,
I like
I
that too.
minted, but like I also
Private.
like don't really like having yeah. So
Wait, what'd you say, H-Train?
He's on private. Rectober's on private at the moment.
Great.
He
as
pops
well.
back. He
Great,
pops
great.
on and
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Yeah, the
October a
people
lot.
that go private, that's a big risk, you know.
Yeah, he pops on and
So
off a lot. It's kind of
Yeah,
fun. And of course now I have
he
him,
gets.
and I've wanted him for a
yeah,
while when I
right.
got him, and
Yeah,
he go every time.
Yeah,
And watch, as
but
soon as I sell him, he's gonna go off private
right.
every damn
But
time.
yeah, I mean, you see my cards are like very mid, you know. I don't have like clear standouts, and people like rotate and cycle through like who's you know playing, who's doing well, and who
Mhm.
isn't.
yeah.
But I
Shalom's
feel
is
like that's where
another
you're
one of
sitting good
those.
for it, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it works for my style. Shalom's is another one who's like who like was floor forever. But I was like, you know, I can't burn them. You know, he was burnable for a long time, and then, but you know, I never burned him, so I still have a good number of his cards, and he's not
Yeah,
floor anymore. But yeah,
he's one. He's one that I also kept because I don't know why. I think he wasn't. I always knew he had potential because I think in
yeah,
testnet or I think early days he did well, right? And I was
yeah,
like, I can't burn Shalom's. But as soon as he started doing well, I think I've sold 2 of my rares now because his price kind of went
yeah,
up a bit, and I was like, I'm
right,
okay selling him at a decent price. He wasn't exactly floor, right?
right,
Uh, but you're right. I've still got 2 commons because I always feel that when he's like 1 to 4 star, you kind of want him in your deck just in case that
yeah.
that banger hits in the tournament, right?
I know. Yeah, and he goes viral outside of crypto Twitter with the stuff that he does. And
Yeah, fair.
that's I also really like people who are able to go viral outside of crypto Twitter. So people who are like bridges to other Twitter communities, or have content that can be relevant outside of crypto Twitter. Um, for a few reasons. First, it's a diversifier, and then second, it's just like I think they just have higher ceiling if they wind up like finding another niche, or like finding content that works consistently. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, back to your point, or back to your comment about Bandit. I really like Bandit, and also for the consistency and just like really good shit posting. He's one of those like naturals, I think. And he's a free agent. He's unemployed, so I like that a lot. And when he got employed, he did much worse. So it's like, again, you want people who don't have jobs, who are in their mom's basement, who are like really dedicated to shit posting. And yeah, so I like his card a lot. And I also think that, you know, as a card holder, as an activist card holder, you want to sabotage their job prospects when you have a superstar card like that. You don't want them getting a job. So it's like whatever you can do to
Oh,
like
dude, I
man,
love
Bandit
give
is
them a
destroyed.
bad ethos review, undermine his career prospects, keep him at the top of hungry at the top of his game posting.
Oh God! Someone please clip
Uh,
that.
Bandit's Bandit's not gonna. I don't think Bandit's gonna. I don't think he's like committing towards any major. I think he's been offered, no doubt. I think definitely he's been
Yeah,
offered before. Because I
right.
mean, Coinbase have been interacting with his posts and stuff, right? So so he's definitely been offered by companies, but I just think he's at that point where he can work at his own hours and do what he needs
Yeah,
to.
because he left his other job and they were paying him well, and he's like,
Okay.
I don't want to work there no more.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I thought I got him fired from that one, but I guess he left on his
Oh,
own volition. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course,
I
but
know.
half kidding. Um,
Just half
yeah.
kidding.
So yeah. Um, let's see who else is interesting to comment on.
No, no, we
Oh,
got
oh,
7 red there.
yeah, Fajal, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but I
Fragile.
like him a lot because
I do
again,
too.
he's relevant to the macro crowd, and so he's a crypto macro hybrid. I like Greg a lot. Obviously, Greg is like just general purpose. Jeff Park is macro relevant. Not strictly crypto Twitter. Um,
You remember the whole "Who is Jeff Park" thing? Jeff Park, like, it was a meme when he first became a hero and he was doing well. It was
Hmm.
like, "Who's Jeff Park?" And hey, I actually ended up or quote tweeting myself, and I was trying to get him on the show. He's just really really busy,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I think that'd be a fun one to get him actually playing the game, if he had the time to.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And but yeah, his post had popped up a lot on my feed, and I was impressed with like again, like I try to assess like what I think the quality of the content is, and like the extent to which I will be able to like manage them in my deck and like predict how relevant they'll be. So it's like people whose content I don't like as much. Um, I'm just I just prefer to sell it, because I just won't
Yeah.
do as good of a job with the card. But Threat Guy's another one that's interesting. Now, like recently, because he did start that new
Oh, yeah.
company or
New stream.
stream, so he's
Yeah.
he's got that corporate account and his personal account now. So it'll be interesting to see whether that kind of dilutes some of the engagement on his personal account. Um,
Because
Maybe a
there
little
was a
bit
good
of a
takedown.
takedown there, right?
Yeah, we
Could
Yeah.
talked
be
about it
could
in the
be a good
past with
synergy.
him and Jack.
Could
With like him and Jack was a good synergy to play together
Yeah, that's
because
true. That's
yeah.
true.
But again, now with that corporate account, which I completely forgot about until you said that. Because I try to watch a lot of his streams and try to take some notes. I like his stream style to try to like
Yeah.
learn from. Right, spend a lot of time watching streams and stuff. So I'm a nerd.
Hmm.
But yeah, his when he was talking about that, like trying to hire someone or something, then
Yeah.
the next day he came out with that next account. Um, I kind of didn't put much thought into it until now. And I think HK had said something. Well, I know HK said something prior of it too. Um, and then, but yeah, because that could kind of dilute it. But how long's that account been active? A
Two
couple weeks now.
weeks. Two
Yeah,
weeks.
it doesn't have many followers yet, but they're
Okay,
going to
good.
try to build it
But
up.
that could change.
Yeah, and that's where
Because
most of the clips are posted, and then like he might like
Yeah.
quote tweet it or something like that. But
okay, kind of
yeah,
like
I
it is
think
with
there might
Jack.
be some dilution there.
That's a good shout because I
Yeah.
did not
I'm looking.
think about
I'm
that.
looking at I'm looking at the engagement on that account. I think you're right. Like it's kind of spread now because he did a quote for I think Mando did a clip I think and it's 11K views and then on that account so it's like you're kind of losing some views that you might have gotten if you posted it yourself or even Jack posted it, right? Uh, Makesy, what's your thoughts on Monad and Intern? What do you think? You've also got Sherlock Huddles as well, and from that sort of same, ecosystem. Do you reckon, you know,
I'm not that
more
bullish on
bullish?
like I'm not bullish on L1s and L2s in general as like cults or like ecosystems.
Yeah. Okay.
In general, yeah, I'm more like interested in the app layer and like the apps that are gonna own users. And like to me, infrastructure is just it's gonna be commoditized. It already is in many ways, and like just like replicating the L1 playbook with forks and things like that is not that interesting to me. Intern is like, I mean, he's just like one of those natural talents posting. So like wherever he is, I think he'll do well as long as he's producing posts. Like they're gonna be good. So he's like one of those that I want to hold on to regardless, but not because of the monad. If anything, I think that handicaps him a little. So again, one of those like where I think the corporate responsibilities kind of handicaps his performance a little bit.
Yeah.
Is
No, I agree.
Sherlock holds with Monad? Because
Yeah, he works with a lot of I don't know his exact role, but he works with a lot of the projects on Monad, right?
I know you were saying something about that
Yeah,
HK.
yeah. So, but with Sherlock Holmes, he's kind of independent in that his posts are he's just shit posting all the time, right?
Hmm.
Memes, etc. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
less
yeah. I like that.
he's
An
less
outlier,
affected
yeah.
compared to Intern, whereas
That's
I
right.
heard Intern has a
That's right.
more central role as well. With
Right,
like
right.
he's more involved. He's more involved in Monad. Yeah.
Yeah, but really, yeah, I really kind of hate my inventory right now because like a lot of these people are underperforming relative to where they were before. A lot of people have they're just not doing as well.
I feel like
So
there's
I
a
feel
big
like
shift in the heroes.
yeah, my decks have fallen off, and this is affected with the turnover and the new hero introductions and stuff, but also just some people have just kind of fallen off a little, and yeah, so a lot of these cards that I bought as mids are now like closer to floor cards, and so they're just not they're not outperforming like they were
Yeah.
as
Oh, damn, you
consistently.
have
So
4 Greg
it's
comments.
yeah. I actually got all those from rewards. So I got 4
What?
Greg commons.
You were
and
saying
yeah,
that you didn't get any anthems, man. I'd rather have a Greg anyway.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
me too. I'm happy. I'm happy with the Gregs. Very happy with the Gregs.
I was
For
thinking
sure.
you had bad luck and weren't pulling nothing in your
Well,
packs, and then you got
No,
4 Gregs, dude. That's
I
awesome.
pulled some stuff. Yeah, I pulled some stuff, but yeah,
That's
no
so
ends.
cool.
Yeah.
no, Greg.
Did you
Greg,
pull your ICOs?
wow,
I
3 of
pulled the
them.
ICOs too. Yep.
Heck
Two.
yeah.
But
What were you
yeah,
saying,
I mean,
HK?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Greg, he scored 1,000 points in each of the last 3 tournaments. Like the way he's gapping the field right now in every tournament is just pretty insane. Like
It's changing the game.
it's very hard to compete with Greg right now. Like if you don't have a
yeah.
Greg rare, it's tough because he hit 10, I think it's 10 million views on a post quite early on in the tournament.
Wow.
And then you kind of, I think Hart was the only one that actually hit millions in views in the last tournament. So it's like I feel Greg's card right now it's a crucial one. Luckily in Elite there's no legendary Greg, so you can't really use that advantage. But I wonder when that's going to
Yeah,
be minted. Surely we're going to get
it
it
will
soon,
be.
right? It's been
Yeah,
a
for
year.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I should burn some stuff and do some draws. But
No
yeah, maybe you
shit.
guys
Yeah,
can.
yeah, bro
Maybe you
said.
guys can. Yeah, give me some recommendations on how to cull my inventory here. Who would you
Okay.
who do you feel comfortable burning? I'll just burn a bunch of cards.
I would.
Let's just go to the
Like,
burn
there's
feature.
a lot of cards I would burn.
But
I
yeah,
think
we'll
it's
go to
great.
the burn feature. Yeah, and some of these are just rewards that so I don't like verse, not really
Yeah,
playable.
verse
Well,
Luna. I
let's
don't.
see. I have a ton of rares. I do like burning 2-for-1 rares a lot right now.
Yeah, I did it. I was doing a bunch
So
on the back end here and got wrecked.
yeah,
I was doing them
it
on the back
happens.
end a little bit,
You
but
just
it was just
gotta.
to prep you. It was prepping you for this.
There you go. Yep. So it's like, yeah, I've got I burnt all of my other sentences. I kept one just for in case.
I do Loopify. I burn Loopify just because lately he
yeah.
was good for a little bit, but
His project coin token went down. Like it didn't do well,
Yeah.
I guess. And then since then he's kind of like tailed off.
I see. So that's when he was relevant. Yeah, he's really fallen off. So okay,
fallen off.
let's do 2 of him. Let's do 2 of him. Because I would. Yeah, I mean I like burning 2-for-1 rares. Oh geez. Oh there, Oh nice. Bug. Boom. Love it.
I need to refresh.
Have you placed in
Yeah.
a deck or something? I don't know. Nah, I wouldn't show up.
Okay. No deck. Yeah, I don't have him in any decks. Let's see.
Alright, that's okay. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
well, no, I should not do this. I
Yeah,
shouldn't
you don't want to
do the
authenticate.
2-factor.
Yeah, so let's here. Watch this. We just remove and take your screen off.
Yeah, your screen's off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me. Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing and then I'll reshare.
Yep. That sounds good.
Right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we did
here
with Jesse on Monday.
Okay, good. Well, if it's good enough for him, then good enough for me.
Yeah, I did a few burns because I wanted a new hero. I did get legendary, but yeah, some of the burns I didn't end well, to be honest. I just kept on getting the floor. Travis, Kipit, Mikado.
Yeah, I've had good luck with the burns lately. But let's see. I'm about to share again.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
Gotcha.
So
Come on.
I burn it. I've been having good luck, but I really wanted to get Lawrence and K and V. Lawrence is a lot more precarious than I thought. Definitely thoughts to him and his family.
Yeah.
But he's one of my favorite posters. So if he does come back, like he's a card that like I really want to own. And he was consistently, the rares were at like 0.1, and I always wanted to like accumulate more of his cards because he's consistent, upper mid with some volatility, and just can have viral stuff outside of crypto Twitter, but he's a really really good poster. Here we go.
Come on.
Come on, get some.
Oh, word daddy.
Poor
No.
daddy.
Yeah, God, I forgot that he was a hero actually.
I did too.
Can you
I do
hear
like the
the
new-
screen? Can
Yep.
you hear the audio?
Yeah, I can.
I like the new,
okay.
that new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
aesthetic.
It's good. Yeah.
nice.
The new, well, it's back to the old one. It's performing better. It's easier to open stuff and see things. All right, so I'll do the other two now. Yeah, I don't have any problem getting rid of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a lot of.
I used to burn a lot more rares back in I used to be like, okay, 0.3, let's burn rares and see what I get.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I don't burn hardly at all anymore. Ever since that episode.
no.
that we had him on.
Oh, Dr. Shin.
Those
It's Dr. Shin right now.
straight to the trash. But I just keep burning. Once I'm on a burn path, you just keep going. Yep.
And eventually you'll hit.
One thing about
You just
rares is
commit.
you have to do
Yep.
one by one. Like, you only can do one by one. Like, I wish I could just do
I do wish you
5
could
rares
bulk
at once.
burn.
Yeah, bulk burn rares. It would be so much.
Yeah, that'd be fine. But
That'd
the thing
be
is, the
nice.
rares you can only get on a floor. You can only get like 0.013. So it's the discount is like 35%, to 40% from like just 5 commons, and it's like 0.013. I just I'd rather just gamble, and to get a better card, and just based on my experience, like it's I just want like the tail risk of like of getting like a really good card because I know I'll use it, but it's like the 0.013 is like I can sell 2 for 0.026, and then I look at the market, and what can I get for like 0.026? So the question is like whether I want to gamble or whether I want to pick, a card that I could get for that amount, right? And that's like the trade-off decision. So let's see if I'm being stupid or not. But like, okay, Hugo's very good. Okay, so like that probably does make sense, but there's a bug again. You can't buy him right now because it's like you can't buy him.
Right, yeah, because that definitely.
Oh no. Okay,
They're gonna let it go
I
through.
think it's working.
Wait, let me see if I can buy John Wang then.
No, John Wang. No.
I'm joking.
No.
He's rushing to get that.
Look at this.
No,
I've tried this like 10 times today. I've tried this.
He's trying to buy all of
It
them.
doesn't work.
No, like it.
Some sell orders
said
are
some.
no longer available.
Maybe try a smaller amount.
It's ridiculous. No, you can try one and it doesn't work. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay, stuck.
Been trying to buy all day. It's ridiculous.
Wow, look at the epic offers up to 0.25 ETH on him now.
How much?
0.25. Like you could have got it for like 0.12 or 0.13 last week, I think.
Yeah.
On Epic.
I think Selkis is underrated. He's always near floor, and he's not a floor performer. So he's like one of those. I've accumulated a lot of him, a lot of like Gabe Shapiro. They're like consistent mid performers that trade for have traded for near floor, and like Gabe has had more consistent high performance, so his price has gone up a little, but they're always really good value. Dudas is pretty good. So the question is like whether you want to gamble for like a maybe you have like a 5% chance at like getting a really good card, from a roll, and for those are like 0.1 plus, and or you can sell to and just get like a sure thing like a Hugo. I mean, that's very good. I feel like this is very good value for him, so I might just buy. Well, the thing is, good upside. And is he still at Poly Market? I mean, if he ever goes free agent like the others, then he's gonna crush, right? So
yeah, I think he's kind of occupied with the Poly Market stuff as well, so he kind of has to.
Exactly. So he's kind of diluted too, but still a great card even when diluted. So if he ever goes for like free agent, he's just going to be like, he's going to be huge, So I do like his card a lot. I think this is a really good value. I'm tempted to buy another one of those.
0.09. What's your thoughts on Pump Fun, Alon? I know you've got 2 rares there. Are you
Well, I drew both of those, so I've never bought an Alon. He was too inconsistent for me, and I didn't feel like I was able to predict his stuff. But I like him more now because he's become more of a main character. So he draws like a lot of hate and just a ton of engagement, and he's got what, $1 billion war chest, so he's just going to be relevant. So he's a hold for me. I don't like buying him at expensive levels, but that's pretty reasonable. I think he's fairly valued, so I hold him, but I don't buy it because he could disappear. But I think it's unlikely that he'll disappear. So I guess it just depends on what else is available around that level.
I made him an epic today, actually, just because. Partly because I feel like it's hard to get a good card in Elite that's going to have a high ceiling, and he's one that's slightly risky a bit just because of his past, right? But I feel like I'd rather get him knowing that he'll do well 3 out of the 5 weeks and get nearly 2,000 points, right?
How many epics do you have now?
I've got 2. I've got John Wang and I've got Alon, and I'm hoping I can get Bread Guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. See, I'm trying to make Jez my first epic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so is Nodder burnable? What do you think?
Yeah, I think
burn him.
His commons I keep because I can play in bronze if he ever goes off again. But his rares are very hard to play just because. You just go 300.
A better 2-star.
Yeah, there's usually a better 2-star, and also.
Right.
You're up. So in my head, I'm thinking a 2-star Nodder can only get 600 points maximum ever, right? Whereas a common is useful in bronze sometimes because the 1-stars might be risky, right? So sometimes they might do well. So my thinking is, as a rare, some of these heroes aren't good or even epic. But as a common, you can literally stack so many bronze deck like Franz Farm does, who's one of the whales, right? And literally compete every week, basically. So that's why certain heroes, I don't like upgrading them to rares because I know they're not as useful as a rare. And he's definitely one of them. Let's see if he burning 2, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is true, but isn't it better to burn 2 different floor heroes so you are less likely to get one of those 2 heroes than doing 2 of the same?
Yes, slightly. You do get that
then,
one less hero to
end up getting. So the math works out better that way.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? So if you're burning a card, you can't get one of the cards you're burning. So if you burn a Natter and say like a Zeneca, you won't get a Nader or Zeneca. But instead of burning 2 Naders, you're only taking 1 card off.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I always burn 2 separate cards.
Got it. Okay.
Reduce the sample size basically, and you get
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's from my old gambling days. Like 21 is what I think of.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Hey, let's go.
nice.
Woo, Sammy, that's a good one.
Got it.
Sammy, that's a good
Gotta
one.
Sammy's
keep
a good
spinning.
one,
Just keep
yeah.
spinning.
So that's like 3 you've done, and you've got like more than the
Yeah,
value.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
definitely
Yeah, let's see what the bid is on Sammy. So I burnt 6 cards.
that's like 0.06.
So I burnt like 0.08 ETH basically, and then this is how it usually works out for me. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
so he's got a 0.09 bid, you know.
Yeah, so you're up.
Um, yeah, so I'm up. But yeah, I feel like usually I break even, so I don't have any problem like doing these 2-for-1s at this point because I
just
like to purchase him again. I feel it's like kind of a stretch. You need to hit on a bid. There's a big spread there. You don't want to like just buy at the list price, and so yeah, I just prefer to accumulate through burns that way. So I'll do another. Anyway, we can stop this and go on to deck interface or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
well,
just
good
go
hit.
shopping. I did reload. I reloaded an ETH, so I'm down to shop a little too.
Wait, what did you say you got rid of your Rasmer for? 0.19 HK?
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah, I sold my
You say
Raspberry.
I just
What's up?
I just cannot keep Bruce around now.
You gotta get rid of him, yeah.
Have you seen what he's done to
It's
his,
such
I
a-
think he's someone's bought his account, or he's rebranded it to Dr. Shin,
yeah,
some Korean, right?
Doctor Who?
right.
It's called Dr. Shin.
That,
Dr. Shin.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
that might be good for him though. That might be because his account was just not working before. So, but it looks like it's still not working. So.
He said, look, it's still not working.
It's hard because of the follower count. It's like 230k followers, so it's very hard to. Ilo's kind of. I just kind of wrote Ilo off after the first few tournaments of the last season.
Yeah, me too.
But
me too.
Starting to move up in stars. Like it's a 4-star now rather than 1-2-star.
Yeah, he's fringe. He's fringe for me. So I'm just kind of. I burn all his comments, but I'm just kind of holding on to these to see how he does. See if he does break out somehow. He does have good content, but it's like too infrequent, and he has too many followers. He doesn't break outside of crypto Twitter. So, for someone, probably the worst thing that can happen in fantasy is like a crypto person always post crypto content, but then they make a post that goes viral outside of crypto, and for some reason, like all of the non-crypto people follow him, and then they just don't get engagement from those people ever again, and they don't produce like content that would activate those people. That's just like not good. Yeah, so
that reminds me.
Like, you want people that saturate their following.
Yeah. It reminds me of Ultra because Ultra's I think a lot of the more recent followers were off the back of the Laudio experiment, right? And a lot of bots and all the bot accounts were responding, right, to his content. Then as soon as Laudio kind of went downhill, right, now he has all those followers that were only interested in Laudio and they don't really care about his dashboards that he was known for before. That he was known for before he actually became, before Laudio existed, right? So. It's kind of like that, he's kind of had more followers and less engagement now off the back of it. So, yeah, let's hope his next experiment, which is Blank, I think, BL4NK, which is another thing that he's trying out. Let's hope that kind of brings him back at least.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Depths are also tricky because they have to split their attention, as well. So. It's like they can be super relevant, but they have to spend a lot of time on other stuff. So okay, let's see. Hey, there we go.
Oh, Makesy. Solid card.
Hey,
I'll take
What's
it.
your rare
I'll take it.
trading at? What's it trading at the rare? I know the commons because I have 15 of them.
yeah, the
But
commons are up
Yeah,
to like
the
0.17. So I'd say it's probably like 0.505.
oh,
Yeah, about
nice.
Yeah.
0.05.
yeah.
Pretty solid.
It's like the more rare, you just know it's only useful in star handicap leagues. 1 out of
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's like it should definitely trade at a big discount
Premium.
to other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've got my legendaries, and
How do you play that legendary? Like with you having that,
I mean,
you're the only one that plays that style.
I never focus on Elite League really, but I have a few legendary cards like Cirrus. I got as a replacement. I made this Gabe one because I like him and he's consistent. I have a hero legendary that I got because I burnt 2 for hero, and then I was playing it in reverse, and then he kind of had a spurt where he was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But he's basically burnable again, I think. But yeah, so every 2 weeks I'll play mine with these 2 and like a couple that I think are not going to outperform their star rating, but pretty consistent. So that'll be my best deck. And then the other stuff I just kind of like. I'm not that thoughtful about it, but I mainly just pick stuff that I think is probably not going to outperform its star rating, or I'm just not confident in. Epics and rares. So I'll just like fill it out that way. So,
Nice.
but yeah, that's Elite's kind of an afterthought for me. Just put in a few decks.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky we don't have cicadas here.
Oh, do you guys hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. It gave me nostalgia because we had them a few years back.
Yeah, we have a lot of
kids'
cicadas. Yeah. My son loves bugs, so it's like he loves seeing the shells around and all that stuff.
Yeah, my son loved the shells. He just my 2 daughters were like, I can't sleep. You can you can. So yeah, it just made me think of that.
Okay, yeah. What do you think about Nani? I never burn her because
I just pulled one.
She has really good pussy.
So
yeah. What do you think? I never burn.
It was definitely a better card in the early days in fantasy, right?
Exactly.
But she hit pretty good.
Kind of like reminds me of CL, but a lower version, like a level down, right? As in similar content sometimes, but it gets retweets of Ansem as well. So sometimes you can, as you can see that one peak at like I think rank 60, which is decent, right, for like a 3-star. But I feel recently we've been getting more rank scores outside of the top 100 than I want, so I kind of just burn.
Yeah.
But I guess some people can hold on, but I don't have the patience anymore.
Yeah, she's another card where like around here, like I bought around here, and it was like she was pretty consistently performing. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. But she was trading for near floor, so like she was one of those where it was like way outperforming floor. One of those mid cards, but trading at floor, and so I was just like, I like the. It's just very low downside. I can always burn it, but is like can farm it for frags and stuff. But then just became unplayable. So hasn't really been playable since like this period basically. And
maybe I will burn.
I just
I won't
haven't
burn
given
her,
up.
but I might sell her.
But you only get floor. I mean, it's a floor offer, so.
Yeah. So maybe it is better just a player.
Wait, I think you've got the Testnet Evans Epic. That's probably one of the nicest cards, I think. That's so good. What a
beautiful
card.
Yeah, I bought this. And I bought this for like super cheap. I bought this for like 0.1 or something on a bid. Yeah.
You got the Testnet.
It was it was on when he was 1-star forever, and so I put in a bid and I got him for like 0.1. So Yeah, I
Oh,
did
nice. Yeah,
well with
that.
that.
Yeah.
I also got Web3 Quant on a bid. I don't. He's not one of those where I follow his content or like am that
He's been
confident.
doing better lately.
Like, yeah. It was
My,
like his price was very low, so I was like, that it seemed like a good value for the Epic.
I
So
I do like him
I
now.
put it on a bid. Yeah.
I like his card now because of the prices of Bitcoin and ETH. So he always has something to comment about, right? So it's
Right.
good enough. It's good enough as a farming card right now. But what about
Yeah.
KNV? Like, I'm still not sure
I
about when
need
he's.
I need KNV to come back. I need KNV to come back. I'm very overexposed to KNV, and like again, I just went on a crazy like burning binge, and I bought a ton of cards to burn, for frags. Um, uh, yeah, so like I wanted to accumulate a lot of him. I've interacted with him some on Twitter, and he's definitely aware of fantasy and like follows it. So
Oh yeah, he's
and
in the
likes.
Cabal chat.
Yeah. So I like that. He's a very good poster. So, but I think you can fall out of relevance, and then it's like you got to climb your way back into the algo's favor, right?
Yeah.
So it's like those people that like put themselves on lock and stuff. Like you cannot like they should be heavily discounted and stuff. But I mean, he just went to touch grass. He wasn't really like locked, but I think he has done the lock thing before. So he's not super consistent, but he had a really good stretch there. I mean, he had a really good stretch there where he was pretty consistent. So hopefully he climbs back. That would be very good for me.
Nice,
Both you check
nice.
private chat real quick, just for a second.
Yeah.
Real fast.
What do you guys think
Talk
about
about
Sisyphus?
it.
Do you burn in McKenna? Do you burn them?
I burn Sisyphus, but not McKenna.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I burn Sisyphus, not McKenna. But
Mm-hmm.
made enough money in crypto that he's kind of just like hyper liquid. That's it. Every post. He just posts hyper
Is it
liquid.
me that's making it sound weird, or does he sound weird to you?
Yeah, you're breaking up, HK.
Can you guys hear me now?
Better.
Yeah, it's still a
Better
little
now?
quiet.
Okay, now, yeah, I was
There,
just saying, Sisyphus was good at the start as well.
Yeah.
But I think he's one of those that's kind of like made so much money off hype that he just has the motivation to even
Doesn't
like
care anymore.
stay
I see.
irrelevant. Yeah, he does have the motivation to stay relevant.
Yeah, and well, he's locked. He's always locked. So he, he's one of those where like I feel like if he maybe there are a couple that are just like always locked, but like if they came off lock could be really good. So high upside, but I burn all my other ones. But I'm just gonna keep one around though. I'm not gonna burn my last one.
HK,
What about Charlotte Fang?
Ooh, I have such a bad taste in my mouth for Fang because I paid 0.15 for him back when he was good, like early days, and I finally got rid of their card.
Unplayable. I mean, it's unplayable.
Yeah.
It's super hard to predict too. Miladies are just like extremely erratic.
Yeah,
this is my first like
personalities
big
in general.
purchase back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember.
Wait, what'd you say, Makesy?
Miladies are just extremely erratic, bipolar personalities in general. So it's like just extremely hard to predict whether they're going to post or like how unhinged it's going to be and whether it does well.
Yeah, Fang's been good in the for reverse. So like, cause
yeah.
there's been a few blanks as you can see in there in between, right? So
Yeah.
I played
That's
it. I
true.
played him in reverse.
All right. Well, do you see anything else I should burn?
Eric Wall. Eric
Wall.
You have walls? Oh yeah, Eric Wall definitely. Do one Eric Wall and one. You want to? Okay, just trying to see if you have another person you can do because you don't want to do two walls. So one Eric Wall.
Oh yeah, I mean I could
Sinis.
do another Natter.
Oh, wait, you want to keep a Sinis. Oh yeah, you still have Natters, yeah.
Yeah.
Do
You have a lot
you guys
of
burn
hero.
Evan Van Ness too?
Yes. Ever since he
I,
turned his back on
so
the cabal.
so do you know he used to be a good card to farm with, right? Like play
Yeah.
him as a
Yeah,
4-star
I had a
in
lot
gold.
of him.
But as soon as he started this, he tried your Makesy strategy, right? He tried the
There's only
Makesy
one
strategy,
Makesy.
and then I think
Yep.
that's just, it's kind of killed his sort of flow. And although now, even when he's a 2-3-star, he's not getting the same scores that
Yeah.
he used to. So I burn him now. So unfortunately,
So do
but
I. No one can do the
Yeah.
Makesy, only Makesy.
Yeah, I think it like broke his spirit when he couldn't make it work. I mean, it was
You even tried
working.
making a TG about it. Here, let me drop you again.
Yeah.
that's the nicest way possible. You can't do what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It broke his spirit, man. He's just like he's so like negative about it now. But anyway, before that, he was an inspiration for the strategy because he would only post on weekdays to deliver card holder
Yeah,
value.
like Monday
So
through Thursday.
yeah, he would only put, and that was in his bio. He's like, I only post Monday
Mhm.
through Thursday because of Fantasy Top, and so his star rating was based on the whole week. So he would always be underrated based on like how he performs in the tournament, right? So and he was consistent. So that's another like great strategy. I don't know if it still works and that's how cards are scored anymore, or if they've like nerfed that, but. And I don't know whether he follows that anymore, but yeah, he's definitely not been outperforming his star rating lately.
Yeah,
No, he's
yeah.
not. Sorry, guys. I'm just changing my battery real quick. I'm still
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I used to look out for heroes like that. That would basically, Min used to do that quite a bit. He wouldn't post on the weekends or something like that for his card holders. But
Yeah,
but yeah, but it's not an easy strategy to because then you kind of have to do well in the tournament. There's no like you can't
yeah,
you can't you can't have enough tournament basically.
yep. All right, I'm sharing again. I
Okay.
got I got a sizer from that one, so that I think sizer's burnable. But anyway,
Yeah,
we don't
Yeah,
have
it
to
is.
keep doing that. So we can either shop or like do a couple decks, whatever you guys want to do, or wrap it up.
It's up to you. I'm good with whatever. But I do just for like since it won't get announced anywhere else for like another week and a half. We did just secure. So we talked about John Wang, and then I just secured Merp. Um, he's gonna be on.
Nice.
It'll be another Friday. So it'll be two
Yeah,
weeks from today, same time.
yeah. I like
Um,
Merp. I like
yeah.
Merp. Um, Yeah, I was thinking about his epic. I have quite a few merps. He's a good poster.
I added one just now.
He's locked. He's gone on lock. I like. I'm bullish on the fact that he's like paying attention to fantasy. That's always very bullish. I feel like if someone gets hooked on it, it's very motivating for the people that it clicks for. And it becomes a competitive thing, or they just
Mhm.
they just like the game, like the hero aspect of the game. And yeah, so I'm yeah, I would be okay. I would be okay buying that there. What do you think?
I just bought for the same price just now as well. So
Man, you
if that
how
makes it feel 0.12. So yeah, I did
Yeah,
the
you
same.
you just bought it? Dang it.
No, I bought it
I
before. I bought it before, so it should still be there. I think there's another one
okay,
though.
okay.
0.12. Yeah.
I
yeah,
say no.
Uh,
That's oh, I thought you were talking
yeah.
about the rare because I snagged a rare.
yeah. I bought Epic because it kind of suits what I'm doing because I've got John Wang undervalued, Merp undervalued,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic, and then Alon's kind of my risky one. So I feel like I just throw them all in
Are you
elite
putting
and
those with your legendary?
legend. Correct. Yeah, yeah. So my
Yeah, that's
legendary will
smart.
have 4 epics and 1
Now I
legendary.
understand why you're doing it because we had a pact no epics, but then you became a hero, so it changed.
Yeah, yeah. I felt with the
Yeah.
rares, the potential is not that because last week I put Nick rare in my legendary deck,
Yeah.
right? And he just underperformed. So and I was like, ah, God, like if he got like 800 points, I would have done well. But uh, yeah, I've decided to get a few good epics, and
Mhm.
and if they ever fall as like a 1-star, I can play him in gold, right? I can start playing gold more
Mhm.
often competitively, so it makes sense. Yeah.
It does. But yeah.
I mean,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
I'm excited about that.
This is too low. Like he shouldn't be at the floor in a bull market. You know what I mean? He's just like an epic bull poster. So it's like I gotta
Is he
sweep
still
that.
posting? Like he is not.
Oh
I'm like
yeah,
I don't pay attention to him.
oh yeah.
Jesus, I was gonna come and grab some, but I forget you sweep a lot when you sweep. I was gonna sweep like 5, and you just knocked the
I
price
mean,
up.
he's at the floor, so it's like there's no real downside there. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
small premium, but like again, he's been. I mean, he was top 50, so uh, you know,
That's
I
one
don't
I
know.
completely
Yeah,
overlooked. I wasn't thinking about
Yeah,
him.
I've got
That was a good
Zusu.
shout.
I've got the rare just because I know that Zusu will always score at some point, right?
he
So I
posts.
think,
Yeah, and he very rarely blanks, and he can get
yeah,
hot. He can get hot in the algo.
yeah.
Um,
No, that's a good one.
What are you guys' thoughts on Beanie? I packed a common to him last week in rewards.
I've got a rare and one common, I think.
I used to have his rare, and I got rid of it for a good price, but when he was super low. But he's looking at his chart just recently. It's not horrible, but I mean it's not. I mean he's better than he was there for a
Yeah,
while.
he's. Do you know whoever gets
Picked it
those
up.
John Wang's gonna make a lot of profit because
exactly right. It's
because
ridiculous. I mean,
look at his
They're
bids.
stuck.
You know, I might go to blast scan, man. I might just have to do it on. Oh no, it's base scan.
Yeah.
Base
Space
scan.
scan.
Yeah.
See, that's where you're like technical mind. I could not do that stuff. Like I would
I wouldn't risk anything
butcher
like
it
that.
trying to do something from the contract.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before.
Wait. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when it pays to be like super technical.
I wonder whose listings are those because don't they know that his price has gone? Like it's. I still find it funny
Maybe
that
that's
he's
the
got.
problem. They're sitting there trying to like. Well, no, because if they delist it, they just delist. But yeah,
Yeah, it's so tempting. Like that price. Like whoever gets it, I'll probably be asleep when they unlock him.
I'm just gonna stay awake and stare at it till it happens. No,
Yeah.
I have the bug readers jumping all over it.
Yeah, so I added that MERP epic. Is
Yeah,
it 5-star this time?
Hugo. I like Hugo. I like Hugo better than Merp at 0.09. I think he's a better value. So I'm still
No,
thinking
yeah.
about that. But what do you think?
I think mine's more because I picked up MERP because of elite. Like I'd rather have MERP scoring 600 points, being top,
Hmm.
rather than Hugo who might score like 300.
Yeah. But yeah, I usually put Hugo in gold. So
In gold is good. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I reckon Honey's gonna have a good tournament next week just because of ETH,
Mhm.
BTC pumping. I know she's at 8-star as well though, so it's not as easy to fit into your deck. But I think Honey might do well.
Lawrence here also. You know, it just had so much
Yeah.
inflation, but I mean, if he comes back, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
But maybe wanted a little bit closer to floor here. I mean, he could definitely be out, but I guess what is the situation with the vote out thing now?
So
He'll be
from
a
what I understand,
candidate.
he's one. I think it's like bottom. I probably shouldn't say. I don't know the exact thing, and I don't want to come off as part of
Okay.
the team. But yeah, because I'm not for sure
So
on how it works.
this time it was like a bottom number, and then people could vote who they wanted
Yeah,
to
so-
go from that. So I think he'll
So-
like it's seeming likely that he would be in there, but I just don't think people would vote him out. In which case you're just carrying the dead weight. But you know, but I mean, I like that because I do think he's going to come back at some point. But yeah, I
gotta
mean, I
remember
think he'll
with
go closer
fantasy,
to 4.
like a lot of the fantasy community, they are very bag biased. So
Yeah,
it
that's
just
true.
depends on who. If there's more people that have been burnt by him, or more people that are holding
That's
him
true.
and paid high prices for him, right?
I think with Lawrence's circumstances, people won't go to that level though. I think he's had a tough
I
time
agree.
with obviously what's happened, and I think
Yeah,
people won't let the
more in.
the thingy, the gamification of all this voting out thing get to him when it comes to Lawrence. But I think what might happen with him is he might get taken out and get replaced by a decent hero, maybe. I don't know. But he won't get voted out. It'll be more like, okay, do you know how Jing
Oh,
Tan
we're
was
gonna.
suspended? He got
Right.
replaced,
Yeah.
right? The Lawrence might be, if he doesn't post for like 6 to 8 weeks, let's just say, it'd be hard to like not take him out just for the time being, or something like that,
Uh-huh.
right? But I don't think he's gonna be in the voting because I don't see why you should, given his sort of, we all know his second, it's that difficult period that he's had, right? And he even posted about it. So yeah, I'm not sure about Lawrence being in the votes, to be honest, but yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Let's see what we got.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
only one,
I'm just
one
gonna buy
listed.
it. Oh, it's not even available. Ridiculous.
He's
Of course. That's insane. That's horrible.
I'm getting PTSD.
My God.
I think there's a few like that.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
I'll put in a bid. I'll bid the rare. But I have enough for legendary for him, and he would
Oh,
be
really?
he would be very good legendary.
Yeah, especially
He was back.
because when he's posting, he's on it.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Selkas? I know we
Selkas.
talked about him a little bit.
Yeah. I like Selkas a lot. I think this is way too low. I have some bids in. I really shouldn't be just like pinching pennies on this one, but yeah, I mean, I could build a Selkas legendary right now. I mean, I'll just leave one for somebody else, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna buy it. It's at the floor price, so I can burn them if I want to. And
Wait, what is the floor for Epic right now?
it's like 0.05.
Yeah. And one thing I was just want to touch upon while you're on here, Makesy. I think there was talk about a new league at some point in the future, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
legendaries would be more useful, like mid legendaries and lower legendaries might be more useful for like this new league, right?
Mm-hmm.
As in a star capped where you have epics and legendaries. I'm thinking your legendary card is going to be one of the best in the game, just because all of a sudden you get a 1-star
Exactly.
Oh
legendary
yeah,
that will
That
fill
would
up,
be huge.
or even your epic, like your 1-star legendary and epic
yeah,
will all of a sudden fill up like however many stars, right?
that's
And
true.
it gives others the opportunity to literally get all the good legendaries and
Yeah,
epics in a deck. So yeah, I was just thinking about how your card might become even more useful. So like your commons might get
yeah, that's
swept
true.
for people to make legendaries. So yeah, just something
That's
else. Thinking.
true. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, Marusha, I really like Marusha a lot.
You do?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah, I farm in
Yeah,
gold, Marisha. Yeah, solid card, I think.
all right, I'm buying the last one here.
Yeah, I haven't looked at.
Yeah,
I
think I bought one earlier today
She's went
too.
up.
But yeah, I have enough for a legendary of her as well. But she's consistent. She never blanks.
Yeah,
I got rid of her
and was
right
just
before she
always
took
good.
off.
The thing is, she was super underrated. She's also one of those mid cards that I accumulated a ton of, and then started like really hasn't been doing anything lately. But I mean, I don't know what posts got her to that level, but
yeah, it went
and
viral.
if she's going to be able to like keep it up, but she was for a while. So yeah, I do like her card when it's priced reasonably.
Yeah. So I
got rid of her
posted
rare.
I posted that Marisha's done well, and she right? She commented
I think so.
under my post. She commented saying something like it's just like you get used to it, something like that. I think, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if Marusha could, because she was a good card early on as well, like a
Yes.
top 40, I think, if I remember correctly, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see because I've been farming in gold with that Marisha rare, 2 Marisha rare cards. So I definitely think it's a good card if it continues that way, right? I like Icebergy. I feel there's all this potential in this card.
I agree. So he's another one I have a ton of, and it's like him, Gabe Shapiro. This is another like mid card that has fallen off recently, pretty hard. and he's like by floor. But I accumulated a lot when he was, close to floor here, just slight premium. But yeah, I think you said it before, but it's like he can post in volume and just like also have very low. He's one of the few where he can just have like a super low effort post go viral because just everybody comments on it, or something. He can start conversations, with super low effort posts, which is like that's very helpful. But yeah, I mean, he's fallen off pretty hard. So that he's also been kind of killing my port value and stuff because I have a lot of his cards. But here, it was lower. I mean, this was. I think a few people must have bought this recently. Yeah, look, his rare is at the floor at 0.0. Or somebody just accepted an. Yes, I've been trying to buy the rare, but you can't. That's what it is.
Yep. Dang it, because I was about ready to go buy his rare.
Yep, that's it. Yep. So, yeah, I've been trying to buy his rare, so can't do it.
So I know who wallet I'm tracking for now on.
D's. I like D's.
Yes, I got his rare recently because I think he's going to pop off again.
He's got good upside. He's also been trading close to floor. Look, his common is at floor.
Which is insane.
But yeah, that's really bad performance for him. He's like at all-time lows right now. He's so I don't know what's going on there. But he has good general purpose crypto Twitter posts, and he never blinks. I don't know why he's fallen off.
I think
you have any thoughts on that?
I think he's fallen off. So what happens is when you get the first new hero season, right? We had a bunch of 10 heroes that were good, right? That literally filled up the ranks from top 10 to all the way to top 50, right? We got heroes, right? That kind of means like let's say D's was at like 80 to 90 range. All of a sudden he's gonna hit like 90 to 100 or 100 to 105, right? So I think around that time, but like I said, it's.
I feel like he's not posting as much.
I think that's one of the reasons, but at the same time, I saw his posting frequency. It dropped. As you can see, that's when he scored in the outside of 125, I think, actually. So it's a combination of posting frequency and also at the same time, new heroes coming. Like that mid packs getting beefed. The mid packs getting beefed
That's
up.
right.
There's more competition for those positions, and then he has to kind of, hit a good post rather than just do what he usually does. Just be active, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, and I guess that is a reason why like my mids have fallen off and my portfolio's kind of like underperformed lately. Just because I was very heavy on the mids, and I guess if all the new heroes were at the top, then that just dropped everybody by 10 to 20 places. So Zach is another one of those who I like a lot. Good value. NFT stats, stats has higher ceiling. Zach, he's
Laudio kind of
really fallen off, right? He was killing it with DSci and some other metas, and he can break news too, but it's he uses a lot of stuff.
What's that? He's a good farming card now for now. I wouldn't like put him in a top deck anymore like I used to. But so with him, obviously you show the sharp increase. That's as soon as I think it's called Riff, and another token went to like 9-digit market caps, and he was one of the first ones to call them. And his follower-size impressions just were skyrocketed. And then from then he kind of maintained it because he was on the Kaito stuff and quite big. And then what happened was when Laudio launched, he gained a lot of I think increased by 20% his follower count. But then Laudio wasn't successful, and the engagement kind of dropped after that, right? And now he's kind of building it back up. So what I'm hoping is that chart kind of grows again. I'm hoping there's a third leg in his scoring based on that graph.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. But he does experiment a lot with different products and stuff. So he does break new stuff, but then there's also just a lot of duds for that reason. Like it can almost come off as like promotional, and just like very early stuff. So it won't get a lot of likes unless it does well somehow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna
Yep.
call it. I'm gonna might have to
Yeah,
call
we
it
can.
because
Yeah.
it is
Yep, no
it is getting
problem.
late on my end. But is there anything else you want to like go through in particular? Because it's been great. Because I know it's been good to go through like these different heroes that have gone up and then some that have
Mm-hmm.
gone down.
Yeah, I think it's been really
Uh,
useful.
it's definitely be useful for me as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love talking shop. But yeah, we can wrap up here. I'm definitely good to go.
No problem. Yep. Perfect. Thank you so much, Makesy. We'll definitely have to have you on again
Yeah, for sure.
in the future.
Sounds good. All right, see you guys.
We'll see you.
All
Thank
right,
you so
take
much.
care. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.